In an unprecedented move that shook the foundations of the automotive multiverse and sent shockwaves rippling through every car meet from Tokyo to Tijuana, Honda unveiled the 2026 Honda Prelude Ultra ZX Quantum Hypersport, a vehicle so impossibly advanced, so spiritually enlightened, and so post-modernly self-aware that it reportedly attained sentience halfway through the production line and immediately demanded a raise. This reincarnation of the legendary Prelude didn't just revive a nameplate, it redefined the very concept of vehicular identity, collapsing the temporal boundaries between nostalgic 90s tuner culture and the cold, angular future of AI-driven transportation. Wrapped in a paint code that can only be seen under lunar eclipse light, a shade known simply as Neo JDM Soul Crush Pearl, the new Prelude boasts a body composed entirely of recycled samurai swords, abandoned VTEC solenoids, and a proprietary Honda alloy known as VTEC IUM, rumored to resonate at a frequency only audible to true car enthusiasts and nearby owls. Under the hood, if you can even call it that, since the entire engine bay is sealed in a metaphysical glass cube guarded by a miniature holographic Soichiro Honda who asks 3 riddles before access is granted, lies the revolutionary quad-tri-boosted VTEC-powered 1.9L Ultra Fusion V9, a 9-cylinder engine arranged in an impossible triangular configuration that seemingly defies the laws of thermodynamics, logic, and traditional Japanese modesty. When the driver presses the start button, stylishly located beneath a biometric retina scanner encoded to each owner's DNA, the Prelude doesn't just start. It awakens. First, it hums softly, emitting a tone in G-sharp that allegedly aligns the driver's chakras with the Earth's magnetic field. Then the dashboard lights up with a ceremonial kanji animation choreographed by Studio Ghibli animators, while the gauge cluster folds out like a mechanical lotus, displaying boost levels, tire pressure, caffeine intake, horoscope compatibility, and current drift potential. The infotainment system runs on an AI called Shinji, who was trained exclusively on old Initial D episodes and deep cuts from J-pop vinyls. Shinji doesn't play music, he curates existential soundscapes based on the humidity in your garage and whether or not you properly heel-toed your last downshift. Speaking of which, the 6-speed manual transmission is operated not through a traditional clutch but through a dynamic toe-tap floor interface that requires rhythmic footwork inspired by traditional kabuki dance. Honda claims this not only reduces wear on the gearbox but also increases the driver's sense of inner harmony and allows for maximum drift entry angle during midnight toe battles. Performance-wise, the 2026 Prelude breaks every known record, and several unknown ones as well. On paper, it accelerates from 0 to 60 mph in 1.8 seconds, but Honda engineers claim that's just a suggestion, since under ideal planetary alignment, the car can reportedly teleport directly to 88 miles per hour, leaving behind only a faint smell of clutch dust and wasabi. Its top speed is said to be infinite, but limited electronically to Mach 3 to avoid unintended international airspace violations. The car's onboard AI negotiates with satellites in real time to optimize cornering G-forces, and its adaptive suspension, dubbed Chakra Ride, automatically adjusts based on your blood type and Spotify playlist. The aerodynamics package includes pop-up headlights that double as drone launch bays, a self-adjusting rear wing made from carbon fiber origami, and side mirrors that are actually camera lenses which can identify tailgaters and send them cryptic philosophical texts in real time. Wind tunnel testing was deemed unnecessary because, according to Honda, the wind adapts to the Prelude, not the other way around. Inside the cabin, the Prelude is less car and more Zen dojo fused with a space opera cockpit. The seats are hand-stitched by 4th-generation sushi artisans from Kyoto using vegan leather made from fermented tofu, seaweed, and dreams. The steering wheel is elliptical and asymmetrical, designed by a reclusive artist who also shaped rare bonsai trees to look like classic Type R emblems. Ambient lighting changes depending on how close you are to achieving enlightenment, and the cup holders are equipped with AI-controlled gyroscopes that prevent any possibility of spillage, even during a 90-degree uphill drift in the rain, which the car actually encourages. In fact, every time you initiate VTEC, which now activates via blood pressure sensor in the shift knob, a soft gong rings through the cabin, followed by a brief haiku about the transient nature of turbo lag. The glove box contains not a manual, but a scroll, written in Sumi-e calligraphy, that guides you through your first 1,000 miles, both spiritually and mechanically. There's even a meditation mode, where the Prelude parks itself on the nearest mountain road, plays the sound of wind through pine trees, and encourages you to reflect on the impermanence of tire tread. Critics initially scoffed at the idea of reviving the Prelude, calling it a relic of the past, a front-wheel drive oddity, or worse, not a Supra, but upon experiencing the 2026 version, most reviewers were rendered speechless, with one journalist reportedly entering a state of vehicular nirvana and choosing to live inside the Prelude permanently, only emerging to change the oil and wax the windshield with tears of joy. YouTubers have tried to dyno the car, but every attempt ends with the machine short-circuiting or catching fire from sheer awe. Honda engineers insist it makes exactly 888 horsepower, but also coyly suggest that true power cannot be measured, it must be felt. Meanwhile, tuners have tried to mod it, only to discover that any aftermarket parts not blessed by a Honda priest will be instantly rejected by the car, sometimes violently. A rumor persists that the Prelude will not start if your garage contains more than one Hyundai, but Honda has declined to comment. In terms of safety, the Prelude goes beyond airbags and ABS. It features a full suite of intuitive driver protections, including a sixth sense early warning system, near-death experience simulation override, and an onboard spiritual advisor named Yoshi-san, who appears on the HUD to offer gentle guidance during traffic jams, moral dilemmas, and when you accidentally rev to 9,000 RPM at a red light next to a police cruiser. Pedestrian detection doesn't just avoid hitting people, it actively reads their aura and makes decisions based on karmic alignment. Parking sensors don't beep, they whisper. Blind spot monitoring, forget it, the car simply knows when it's not safe to change lanes, because it's tapped into a decentralized network of road consciousness. The windshield is a single curved display that shows not only the road ahead, but your destiny, your tire pressure, and a daily motivational quote from Ayrton Senna. And finally, perhaps the most compelling feature, the Prelude loyalty ceremony. Upon purchase, each owner is invited to a secret Honda shrine hidden deep in the forests of Mount Fuji, where they are knighted by a Grand Master of VTEC and handed the sacred Prelude key, forged in the fires of an old Civic Type R's exhaust. Once bonded, the car and driver are linked forever. Only one Prelude may belong to one soul at a time. If betrayed, say, by trading it in for a German EV crossover, the car will quietly disappear, leaving behind only a patch of scorched asphalt and a faint whisper of JDM ghost noises in the wind. In conclusion, the 2026 Honda Prelude Ultra ZX Quantum Hypersport VTEC NRG Plus Edition is not just a car, it's a revolution in steel, carbon, and soul. It's a love letter to enthusiasts, a flaming katana to mediocrity, and a testament to what happens when Honda stops caring about market demographics and starts caring about destiny. Priced at a modest $44,444, with dealer markups rumored to include rare Pokémon cards, antique shift knobs, and handwritten letters of intent, the Prelude is not for everyone. It is only for the chosen. And if you have to ask whether you're ready for it, you already know the answer.